Holla at your boy, you on Ism TV. We got another guest. And man, I must say, it's a, down to earth local artist that should be, I should say, out of this world right now. I mean, beyond local, and I'm quite sure he's making tracks to building up to that. And man, it is a pleasure to hear good music from a younger generation, tapping into the sounds that I once listened to in my life. I want y'all to give it up for your boy, Chic Brogawd. What's good, bro?
What up, man? I'm chilling, man. Thanks for having me, man. Yeah. Definitely appreciate them words, too.
Yeah. Sorry for the long introduction. I try to get my words right, you know what I'm saying? Being careful with paying homage to the artists that come on this platform. And, even though you're young in the game, how long have you been, aspiring to do what you do as an artist?
Consistently as an artist for the last 11 years.
Yeah, 11 years?
11 years, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And where are you originally from, for the viewers that just don't know?
Yeah, I'm right here from the soil, Rochester, New York. 585, Lower East Side kid, man. Mm-hmm. Rec Center, Rochester, Ram Shorty. Mm-hmm. Went to Franklin High School. I went to a couple of elementary schools over across town, 54th School in 19. Right. Just, you know what I'm saying, one of your average kid growing up, man. You know what I'm saying?
And as a kid, was you very artsy, or were you into sports, or just mainly like?
Definitely, I was into sports since, since I remember I used to ride around. My mom had a 96 Ford Taurus, bro. I used to have a football and a basketball in the trunk, no matter what. Mm-hmm. Rode around with them joints. So I was definitely sports
football
influence, yeah. Right. Sports heavy.
So in the town, what inspired you to do what you do? Were there any artists that came about when you was first starting off listening to hip hop? And if so, if you can name a few people that kind of, got your path to start blazing.
Not necessarily. So it wasn't. I was before I was just a fan of artists in the town. Mm-hmm. Like when I first got in, like when I first got introduced, one of the first guys I seen with the movement was PA Net, like that Southside movement.
Shout out to PA Net. We trying to get him on here, man.
For sure. Nah. I tapped in with him not too long ago, man. We looking to do something. Nothing in cement right now, but
right.
It will be something coming forth. But them guys, Lil Etho, Spesh. Matter of fact, funny story. When I had my first cell phone, I had did a voice recording. Mm-hmm. And made it a ringtone, and the song was on something, I forget the name of the song, but it was by Uwap. It was on DKX at the time. It was like
was it Public Apology?
Nope. I don't know what it was. It was a groovy joint. Like it was, you know what I'm saying. It was definitely, to me it sounded like some club music. But
wow. So you got
this is like 8, 9 years old, maybe like 4th, 5th grade.
Wow. And your sound definitely transcends from a lot of people in your age bracket, your class, your genre. What made you tap into the genre, or style, I should say. I couldn't even say genre. I would rather say style. There's a lot of other shoot 'em up, bang bang, kill 'em, selling, this, that, and the third, whatever case. No shot to the, forefathers that create that type of sound. But, what guided you to the sound that you, chose to make?
My reality, more or less. Not saying I'm, to what you saying, a stranger to any of that, but that's not like my everyday.
Like you got friends, of course.
Yeah,
just around
friends, relatives. It's definitely seen thing at first person view. Yeah. However, that just wasn't my likeness either. You know what I'm saying? And then it's I feel like that particular sound got saturated, and then it's also a gimmick too, because not all of them really is like that. Not all of them, man. That's real. So like I said, my reality just has driven me to create what I've created.
Yeah. So what's your process like when it comes for you creating a song? You know, I'm quite sure you got some projects that you've tackled in the past. Like, what's your way of approaching making concepts for a song? What have you? Is it the beat first, or is it the concept first?
Yeah, more so the beat first. I kind of try to get in one with the beat, because I feel like if I already have the concept, but I'm feeling the beat a lot, it may not mesh how it sounded. You know, creating the music.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely like to get a hold of the beat first and then see where I want to go from there.
Yeah.
Unless I have something built around what I already, scripted, wrote up to.
Could you remember your first time ever going to the booth? And if so, what was the song that you recorded?
Nothing like what I'm doing today. Yeah. And shout out to my boy Fat Robbie too. That's why he was initially the artist. I was just going hanging with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we was calling ourselves like bass heads. Not like no, smoking drugs and shit. Right. Bass of the beat.
Bass of the beat. Bass of the music. No doubt.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it was like I was literally just trying shit. So it was I don't even remember how the song actually.
That's how bad it was. Come on, bro.
Compared to now, yeah. But I had fun doing this shit. I was trying it. You know what I'm saying?
So outside of the song being whack, or not whack,
you not
whack, but
I don't remember.
Right, you know what I mean? Now, but outside of the song being, some kind of way, I'm just talking about like explain the ideal feeling of you hearing your voice for the first time being recorded, like outside of how successful the song was, what have you. Did that really was that your first light being lit as far as saying I'm gonna continue on doing this?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was my own feedback to it. Like, damn, this me.
Right.
And at the time, in the moment, I was fucking with it. So
trying to find your sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then from that moment, I'm gonna push it forward. I'm gonna go through. And then not too long after that, I actually got in the pocket that I liked and found. It's just I didn't have that. Complimenting production.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? I was at that point. It's like, okay, now I need to find what beats to deliver it to. So
compliment your sound and your voice texture, right? Man, so all right. In the town, have you been to any shows that had some battles that were worth remembering that you choose to want to share that you weren't a part of?
Yeah. I went to a lot of shows at the Buddha Pub, like when they had a great run.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And, yeah, for sure. And one night I'm in there, I think I was with my boy 7 Figures. Yep, 7 Figures. Shout out to 7. And we in there chilling, vibing, and we in one of the little booth spots. So it was a few performances, but like just a crowd battle broke out between a few MCs.
Right.
And the battle kept inching towards our booth way. Next thing you know, I end up in the battle.
Wow.
And I think one of the guy ended up having that friendly battle with. I think his name was Ice Pick or Ice Grill, something like that.
Oh, you battle Ice Grill? Something like that? Ice Pick? You not sure? Ice Grill? Ice Grill?
Ice Grill, I want to say.
Okay, you might have battled Ice Grill?
Hispanic cat.
Yeah, he was, okay.
Him. That's him?
You battle Ice Grill.
Yeah. On some just out of the
humble,
spur of the moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was popping this. I feel like he was popping this shit directly at us because, like I said, the battle kept inching towards the table.
Yeah.
Then he took his attention off his opponent, and you know what I'm saying?
Came that way. This is not pulled out of the room, so you just jumped in like.
Yeah, it was like tag team wrestling at that point.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
So you able to just jump in. You're not just a writer, artist, what have you. You definitely went through the trenches of developing your craft of testing your swords against other swordsmen. And shout out to Ice Grill, by the way.
Yeah, that wasn't like I'm not no battle rapper. I'm by far not a battle rapper.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? But
right. I just deciphering up type thing.
Yeah. Participation, like practice, homework, shit like that.
Yeah. What about the shows that you've performed here in Rochester that was your first show? Was it successful? Was it what you expected? And if so, what was your nerves looking like when you first? Because it's different layers when you're making music. First, people get the experience, recording. They write, they go and record, then they have to recite it, what have you. So when did you, get your performance, guts up and because after you find your voice, you gotta find your presence on stage, right? So what was it like having your first experience on stage?
I'm trying to think. My first, it's crazy. My first experience on stage was like probably one of the few biggest platforms I performed. My first one was Coast to Coast mixtape.
Really?
And I went to Webster Hall. Yeah, I was this early in the game. This probably like a year after I recorded the first joint. So now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna dig a little
Coast
deep.
to Coast mixtapes. I heard of them.
Yeah, they had. I think they're still around.
Right. Shout out to Coast to Coast.
Word and DJ Rock or is it producer Rottweiler. He was one of the guest judges, and he gave me some very.
You got to chop it up with Rottweiler?
Well, yeah,
that's big,
once
bro.
when you perform, the judges give you their feedback. I ain't placing nothing, but the beautiful thing about that, it was a ticketed event, and I sold all my tickets just walking the streets of New York City prior to that, like the day of that joint.
Right.
So.
That's big right there, man. Chopping up with veterans that's in the game, especially, know what time it is and know what it takes. You got people who, they don't like to take constructive criticism and whatnot. But if you're talking to somebody who's been in the game, man, that must have been definitely a key moment for you. That's what's up, man.
For sure.
Yeah, so, you travel outside of Rochester, hearing that story. What's it like with the love outside of Rochester when it comes to your music?
I feel like it's more of a refreshing, only because more of the out of town supporters and fans don't know me in the everyday, everyday substance. So they just see the artistry point of me as to where it's back home where you got friends and family. They know you outside of the artistry, so. They may look at you not in that, successful, whatever they may determine as. They not looking at you in that light. They just see you sheep. You know what I'm saying? You little cuz, you my brother, you my little cousin. You know what I mean, little brother. You know what I mean? So, when it comes to outside of the hometown, it's definitely more refreshing and it's recharging, and it's just letting me know that it's actually working. On unbiased ears, and that's really the goal, to capture those that
unbiased ears.
Yeah.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Can you recall your first compliment out of town? What have you?
Yeah. Off the music, I believe. I was in Virginia for a little while. Back in like 2013, 2014. And I performed at an open mic down there, and those artists down there was, just based off demographic, the sound is different. So off top, when they heard the style of music I was doing, they like, nah, he from up top, you from New York somewhere,
right?
Or Jersey or whatever. And I definitely let them know I rep home state heavy. So that they was like, very inclusive and questioning and just it was mad curious.
Took you by surprise a little bit, huh?
That's the response I wanted to get, so I wasn't too surprised, but I still was surprised though.
Yeah. As far as collaborating with local and out of town, what's that process looking like, and what was your first, experience doing collaborative work with artists outside of,
Of course, in town is much easier, more accessible to whoever I get to work with.
Even outside your clique from in your town, like there's people who's not, you got your homeboy, whatever, but there's people who heard you. What's it like with that process?
Yeah. So that's nothing but a phone call or inbox, however the communication go.
Right, you hear their music, they hear yours, vice versa.
Yeah, and honestly, I like to actually listen to their music prior, just to make sure we can be somewhat compatible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really want to force nothing. Like, we may have a great friendship outside of music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But once the music get involved, it may not mesh like that friendship or that relationship. So
gotta sound good.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that is misunderstood.
Gotta just keep it real. You know what I mean? I got friends who, you know, they love music, but your voice is your instrument. There's certain things that just don't sound good on everything. You know what I mean? So like, why you ain't get on that track, bro? Well, you know, but that's definitely peace. Top producers of the town for you,
Top producers of the town. Man, you about to get me in trouble. Alright, let me see. Because I gotta think a while back.
You can either answer that or you can answer the ones that you worked with. You know what I mean?
Okay, so who I work with that's out there, that's surfacing.
Bailed you out.
Nah. Me and Coach got work to do, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody named Coach? Who's that? Is it Coach?
Bill Parcells,
okay.
Coach P, man.
I gotta do it for the viewers,
sure.
bro.
Shout out to Coach P, man. Somewhere around here.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Hey, that's peace, man.
Nah, so that I work with. Okay, I'm gonna go top three. Shout out S Deuce, definitely my man S Deuce. Produced a portion of my first EP, Tier 2. And I gotta go Home Team Year Jordan, my brother Year. And then third, my guy, man, Choop.
That's what's
Choop.
up. Choop
for sure.
Man.
Yo, I'm on the Kairos time. The time tells 1400 o'clock right on the dime. Mid-afternoon, summer day, the end of June. Street bikers lifting the bar, bending all the rules.